Hello, I'm Dana Howard, and I'm the Social Media Marketing Manager for Murray State University, and I'm here to talk to you today about social media and kind of a thing that we like to call social responsibility. So I'll start out, this is nothing new, nothing that you really have to put a lot of thought into. You're really not learning anything new. It's just a new way of thinking about how you use your time and the things that you put and brand yourself with on your own social media. As leaders, you should know what your digital footprint is. And that's something that you may never have heard of before, but it's very important for you to understand. I base this presentation, and a larger one that I also do, on a book that I read called Digital Leaders by Eric Qualman. And you've probably seen some of his work in the Socialnomics videos that people spread around the internet. But one of the things that he said in his book was, digital footprints are the information that we post about ourselves online, while digital shadows are what others upload about us. Collectively, these two items have changed the world forever, and as current or aspiring leaders, it's necessary to adapt to this new reality. Why is this important to you? Everything that you do online, whether you think it's public or not, is still a part of your brand and who you are. And so we all have a responsibility in that to think about how we brand ourselves and how we portray ourselves online. Now, many times you see things that are annoying to us. I call some of these people things like the creeper, like someone who likes a photo that you've posted maybe 2 years ago. That's annoying, right? You wonder why they found you 2 years later. The people who are scorned, nothing but angry status updates, tweets or angry responses about other people's updates. This person may also scour the internet for news stories that have nothing to do with, just so they can respond ugly about them. A hashtag junkie, the one who uses the hashtags throughout their whole sentence. The unoriginal, they only retweet, they never come up with anything original, no new thoughts, concepts, or ideas. And then the overachiever tweeter, the one who you want to delete from your Twitter feed or your Facebook feed because too much is certainly too much. And then there's the split personality, and that is the friend who in person is nothing like their digital presence. When living behind a screen immediately brings out their inner Snooki or the situation. You often ask yourself, where is this coming from? Because you know those people are not like that in real life. And even though all of these are annoyances to us, some of these actually can be concerns for you as you are being seen publicly by other people. And one of the things that I want to mention in this is that this is going beyond the posts that people make as they're drinking or pictures of being in clubs in different places. We're actually going beyond that. That's kind of a given at this point in time. You have to be careful of the things, the pictures and videos you post, where you're at, what you're doing in those activities. But actually, I'm talking more right now about how you can learn a lot about a person from the things that they type or they post. Maybe even how they just react to other people online. So how can you be a leader in all this? Well, first of all, you can use things like common sense, or you can just focus on things like your passion for your interests. If you're an artist or someone who enjoys photography or videography or anything else that you have a passion for, those are the things that people are going to like about you and to enjoy sharing with you. Always remember to post like your mom, your pastor, your priest, or everyone is going to see, because even when you think things are private, they're not necessarily private. Some things are handled best offline. When you think about that there's an argument or something you disagree with, before you post that, you should think, is this better to just take this offline and not post it publicly? And you should stay positive. People never want to see an angry person. We're not saying that you shouldn't respond to things that you believe in or things that you have a passion for, but to be careful about negativity and how you use it online. How can you be losing in this? Well, one way is sarcasm, complaints, off-color jokes, racist comments, things like hate and bullying, using anger towards other people, joking about illegal activities, obscene conversations or pictures. A lot of these things people don't even think about anymore, but it is things that you have to consider before you make them public. And trust me, everything can be public. Other things to consider, as you'll probably see in some of these other videos, it's important to think about your future career or your internships. So one thing you should know now is the traditional resume isn't all that people are looking at when they're deciding on if they want to hire you. The new resume and everything that you do online is the traditional resume plus your online brand, and that equals what we call now the living resume. Don't think that employers are not looking at Facebook pages and Twitter accounts, because they are. We've all done it that have been on the hiring processes, and we know how to find ways around not being connected to people directly. And other companies know the same thing. There's also an opportunity for companies to purchase that information now. Even though it's private, there are businesses that can purchase anything that you've posted through Facebook or Twitter, and not just the things that you posted, but they get a profile of who you are by what you like and what you do, your activities online, what you purchase, what you post, what you like or comment on. All those things are put into what is created now as a digital profile of who you are, and that can be compared to your traditional resume. It gives them an opportunity to see more of your characteristics as a person that could fit into that job or not. If you want an idea of what this might be, there's a really easy way to do this. If you go to Facebook, you probably don't realize that they save every little thing that you do online. Anything that you have commented on or liked from now back to the first second that you were on Facebook. It has every bit of information, including your chats and anything else that might have been private at the time. You can go and download all this information to see what your history is like. And so you're not the only one that can do that. Other companies can purchase that information as well. And so it's something that we have to consider when we're putting that information out there about ourselves. Just some information about the hiring process. One amount of information that I got says that a lot of these things that they see online are actually things that turn people away from resumes. One of those things is illegal drug use, which is kind of a given. But what about posts or tweets of a sexual nature, profanity, spelling and grammar errors? That's something that a lot of us don't think about. References to guns and other weapons, pictures of alcohol consumption. And some of the other things to kind of steer away from sometimes are overtly religious posts and overtly political posts. This is what employers are saying. Now, something they do like to see, as we talked about earlier, your passions, is volunteering or donating to charities or things that you have a passion in. So those are things that are appealing to those companies. 92% of recruiters use or plan to begin using social networks or social media for recruiting. That's important to know in this time. 86% of recruiters are likely to look at social profiles. And 73% of recruiters have successfully hired a candidate who was identified or introduced through a social network or social media. That's a 15% increase from the years of 2010 to 2012. And don't forget, it's easy to find what public information is out there about you. It's as simple as going to Google and typing in your name and Googling yourself to find out what easily comes up in a search. But your best approach for all of this is to assume that everything you do digitally will be seen by the person you least want to find it. And that's important for you in this day and age, as everything that we do online can be found. All it takes is a screenshot. You're probably not the only one that has screenshot a text message or something else that was supposed to be private and could be sent to someone else. So we have to think about more than just social media. We have to think about mobile applications, photo applications like Snapchat, location services, instant messaging, text messages, and other websites that are connected through Facebook or Twitter. There's plenty of samples out there of things that people have done. I'm sure you've seen them in the news. Examples of people who are getting in trouble or are getting fired or having problems in their life because of things they've accidentally sent online or posted, or even not accidentally, on purpose. They've posted something not thinking about the repercussions or who would be offended or how someone could take a joke the wrong way. And many people are getting in trouble for that, getting fined, getting fired, and other things. So it's something that we definitely have to consider. You can look those examples up on Google. So what's the point in all this? Online and offline lives have become inseparable. It's something that today, everything you do online or offline can find its way into the digital realm. Can we control what someone else posts about us? No, we can't necessarily control that. But what we can control is our offline life and our reaction and our responses to other people's posts. And that is all about your digital footprint. If you have any other questions, please feel free to give me a call. My number is 809-2798, or you can email me at dhoward@murraystate.edu.